Get-rich-quick schemes mostly seem useless or fake to us. As Zig Ziglar, aka Hillary Hinton, said, "There is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs." But there is always a man among the crowd of millions that goes exactly the opposite of the world and writes their own history in a different style. They create some out-of-the-box examples for the world and show a new path of success indeed. Such one example of a crazy success, or you can say crazy entrepreneurship, was the $1 Million homepage, created by Alex Tu, a 21-year-old boy obsessed with making money. And the result was becoming a millionaire in just 4 months. Can you imagine just selling some pixels online makes a man millionaire? But that's exactly the work Tu had done. In Tu's words, it was the get-rich-quick scheme that actually worked. The website's aim was to sell 1 million pixels in the image, hence generating $1 million of income for Tu. Wondering how? Then let's take the tour of Tu's journey of creating the $1 Million homepage and peek at his crazy ideas too. It's clear like crystal that Tu never stopped in a single idea or success. The journey of this misfit entrepreneur started at the age of 8. Tu used to sell hand-drawn comics in his schoolyard in Wiltshire, England, for a $5 pop and completed it with a chocolate bar freemium. After finishing school in 2002, Tu found an unusual passion for beatboxing in college and toured around the UK under the alias A+. After that, he launched the world's first beatboxing forum, Humanbeatbox.com. It was the early days of the internet, and the forum was able to bring together beatboxers from all over the world. They also gathered a 200-person convention to discuss everything from how to replicate a snare drum to humming through the nose. But after a few years of slow-moving growth, Tu sold the website to his friend and went for some big projects indeed. That's the time while Tu enrolled in a business school at the University of Nottingham. He was thinking about how to pay the fees without burdening with some random student loans and a bit for $1 million project. As Tu said to The Hustle, "I was living at home and I was fed up with being broke. So I asked myself a simple question: how can I make $1 million?" He brainstormed many ideas that can make $1 million at once and came up with a webpage of Million Pixels. Launched on 26 of August 2005, the $1 Million homepage was an internet phenomenon at the time. The basic idea was influencing businessmen to advertise via the internet. All it took was a website bought for $50 and 2 days of Tu's life. The homepage featured a web banner on the top of it with the site's name and a pixel counter on the right, displaying the number of pixels sold. Also, it had the influential line, "Own a piece of internet history," to make extra buzz among the buyers. Under that, it has a navigation bar containing 9 interlinked web pages and a big 1 million pixel empty square grids divided into 10,100 pixel blocks. Each of the blocks cost $100, which you can say was a long-time promotional investment for the purchasers, as Tu promised the website would remain online for at least 5 years. However, the purchaser had to provide tiny images or logos of their business to be displayed on them, a URL to link the images, and a slogan that displayed when hovering the cursor over the link. With these simple requirements and guidelines, Tu first called on his friends and family members to buy some pixels. As you know, charity begins at home. And from this one, Tu gathered $47,000 by selling 4,700 pixels to them. Being wiser, Tu used that money to hire a PR agency to draft a press release for his website, and guess what? The PR was picked up by the BBC and The Guardian, resulting in the site having a $3,000 business in one day. Even taking the graph high in 1 month, Tu collected $250,000 and was receiving 65,000 hits per day. By the end of October, the site got more than 1,400 advertisers ranging from Tenacious D to online casinos, and half of the pixels were sold out. Some of the purchasers were buying only 10 by 10 blocks, while others tied together thousands of pixels for detailed graphics. Also need to mention, the biggest graphic on the page was a chain of pixel blocks owned by a domain called pixelance.com. That pixel chain contains $10,800 worth of pixels. Though the last one pixel of the page was worth more. By the end of December 2005, 999,000 pixels were sold, and two put the last pixel on eBay for auction. It was due to the huge demand for that tiny one, and a domain, millionDollarWeightLoss.com, bid $38,100 for that pixel. So the grand total of this $1 million homepage ended at $1,037,100. And after paying all the costs, taxes, and a charity donation to the Prince's Trust, Chu's net income was about $700,000. While everything was going perfectly in the business, Chu had a bump on the way. On 7th of January 2006, a few days before the auction closed, the $1 million homepage was subjected to a distributed denial of service attack. Chu received an email from an organization named The Dark Group, where they asked for a $5,000 ransom by the 10th of January, otherwise the homepage would be attacked by DDoS, as Chu believed it was a prank and ignored it, while another email occurring saying, "Hello, you website is under us attack to stop the DDoS, send us $50,000. Chu again ignored the mail, and his website was flooded with extra traffic and emails, which caused a crash. For that, the website was inaccessible for a week, and the host server had to upgrade the security system with filtering traffic through an anti-DDoS software. Also, Wiltshire Constabulary's high-tech crime unit and Federal Bureau of Investigation said the attack originated from Russia. Passing over the bumps, Chu was able to successfully sell out all the pixels and gathered attention from numerous British media articles and programs. Even by November 2005, the website was featured by the Wall Street Journal and many media around the world. The concept was described as simple and brilliant, and a unique platform for advertising, which was also a bit of fun. Being an astonishing example of viral marketing, the $1 million homepage could have come up with more modern advertising ways later. But it just stopped there. Chu did the business only as a one-time show, which didn't upgrade or resold later. Till the website has the early 2000s styling saturated with eye-melting color pops. The links given on the navigation bar redirect to an unformatted 404 message, though the Contact Me redirects to the Twitter profile of Chu. Just like the navigation menu, many pixel banners on the grid are also having a link rot. According to an article in The Guardian, after 9 years of the $1 million homepage creation, 22% of the links were dead. While another article by Library Innovation Lab in 2017 shows the matrices of 547 links being entirely unreachable from a total of 2,816. Other 489 links redirect the browser to an entirely different domain or a domain resale portal, leaving the 1,780 reachable links. However, the website still receives thousands of monthly traffic, possibly coming to see the heritage website or the largely intact digital artifact. After having this huge success on his plate, Chu dropped out of the business school to create some more examples like the $1 million homepage. And from 2006 to 2010, he continuously came up with different ventures, like Pixel Lotto, a spin-off of the $1 million homepage, then PopJam, a social networking site for sharing funny content, and lastly, 1 million people, replacing the advertisement part with pictures. But none of those projects succeeded like the way the $1 million homepage did. So he moved to San Francisco and joined his friend's incubator. But that's not Chu's style. So he got depressed and decided to go back to his previous job, building websites. As people were getting obsessed with the internet time by time, it caused mental clutter for them. That's why Chu built a new website named DoNothingFor2Minutes.com, where people got a 2 minutes timer on the screen for not doing anything. If they move the cursor between that time, the page restarts again. After that, taking the meditation online concept more advanced, In 2012, Tu launched clam.com, which is still running the race. The website concludes everything you need to improve your quality of life and wellness. Also, the mobile app version of Calm got awards like Apple App of the Year 2017, Google Play Editor's Choice 2018, and World's Happiest App. With that, Calm has 1.5 million 5-star reviews which clarify Tu's new success. Getting success is hard, but holding that success for a long time is harder. The $1 Million homepage is the perfect example of that. Though getting success from this idea was a piece of cake for Tu, but he couldn't hold on to that. Though his $1 Million homepage is a great inspiration for lots of dreamers, an Indian artist named Amrit Pal Singh has created 1 million NFTs, an Ethereum-based smart contract platform with a 1000 by 1000 pixel grid. Here, each pixel represents one ERC-721 token that users can buy, sell, or paint as they want. And this idea has also worked as a piece of cake, and Amrit earned $1 million in just 9 months. But the question is, will Amrit be able to keep hold of his success or just drown like Tu in the future? Tell us, what's your thought about this?